Hey there, YouTube. How's it going? Today I'm reviewing the Chapman 104-bit storage case, a brand new offering from the Chapman Manufacturing Company based in Durham, Connecticut, which you can buy directly from their website for $20, and for a limited time only, you get a Chapman bit ratchet with a dipped handle, completely free. For those of you unfamiliar with the Chapman name, they've been manufacturing bit ratchets, bits, and various bit ratchet kits and storage solutions in their facility in Durham, Connecticut since 1936. In fact, the founder of the company is still in charge and personally inspects bit ratchets before they leave the facility. Here's an image of the founder. It's a recent picture. Now, the regular ratchets without the comfort grip or dipped handle typically run, about $15, and in my opinion, they're well worth the price. And I'll get into that a little bit later because I'm going to also compare the Chapman ratchet to two of the more popular ratchet styles among mechanics and high-power do-it-yourselfers. So $20, you get a $15 ratchet, and you get the case. I think it's a great deal and it's worth jumping on. Now, a couple things that are really neat about the case. As you can see, I've already organized my bits. In fact, initially I recorded a video showing my bits laying around, and you got to see my reaction as I tried to use the case to do different things like store bit ratchets in it. But unfortunately, my head was in the frame the entire recording, so I had to start over, and I didn't feel like dumping all the bits out. But anyway, as you can see, it's pretty dynamic. It's modular, basically. I have an extension over here. I took my free ratchet and I dropped it right in there. So now that I have it in the case, and I put my loose impact bits in here. By the way, if you're not too happy with the impact bits your hand impact driver come with, check these out. You can get them on Amazon. It's called Impact 8 by VIM Tools. Not only are these fantastic, strong S2 bits made in Taiwan, but they also come with a lifetime warranty, and if you break one, VIM will just send you a new one in the mail. I mean, hand impact with bits, lifetime warranty, you can't beat that. Anyway, as you can see, I also put some of my bit adapters and bit sockets, the loose ones, for regular ratchets. So a couple features of the case. First of all, it comes with these two red tabs, so you can kind of organize maybe your most popular bits. You can use these color-coded red ones for special bits, and the rest are all yellow, so they stand out. Another feature that's really neat is the fact that you can just pop these things in there, and they click into place. There's little grooves here, and there's little knobs, which basically lock them in. And you pop one out, you pop another one in, and so even if you have extra bits, you always have the bits you need for your purpose, and you can grab it and go. So the only real negatives I had with the case, besides I was a little disappointed I couldn't fit all my loose bit ratchets in there, but that's fine. These will just go back to the ratchet drawer next to the regular ratchets, and whatever. But as you can see, you can easily fit the Chapman bit ratchet in there. So genius, Chapman. You're going to sell more bit ratchets now. But the second thing that I left me scratching my head is, for some reason, this isn't true with other companies, other brand bits, but for some reason, here's a Chapman. I think it's a Phillips 1 bit that came with the first Chapman kit, the pouch that I bought, which I keep in my Jeep. When you drop the Phillips head Chapman bits in there, they're too high. They're actually higher than the other Chapman bits, or longer, I should say. See, for the life of me, I can't figure out why they made a case that can't close on their own bits, but it closes on everyone else's. And the last thing was, for some reason, the all of these hex patterns, you know, which the ones in the middle retain the bits very well, but for some reason the ones on the end are a little bit looser. I'm not entirely sure why that is. I guess it's just this is version 1.0, and it's something they can look into improving in the future, like creating just a little bit more clearance so that their own bits will fit, and you're good to go. Now that we've talked about the case, I'd like to talk a little bit about Chapman products versus, you know, other products in the bit ratchet niche. So first of all, a Chapman ratchet has a different design than your typical bit ratchet in that the detent ball is on the bit and it locks into place, and then also the thumb wheel is on the bit. You know, versus your typical bit ratchet, which basically, you know, grabs the bit on the groove, you know, and sometimes some of them include a magnet. In this case, like the VIM just locks into place. As you notice, the Chapman's able to achieve a lower profile because of their design, you know, with the bit. And I can take a regular bit and put it into the Chapman, you know, no problem. Now it can fall out. I mean, as you can see, this one's even sliding around. Some of them don't slide around; they stay a little bit better. But this particular one is sliding around. But still, it's like, you know, you can, if you're pressing against something, unless you're going in vertically where you're going to lose the bit. For the most part, you're able to do whatever you need to do. It's not that big of a deal if it slides around a little bit. And then also the VIM bit ratchet, as you can see here, has a reversing switch, and it has this thumb wheel, which is a nifty feature. Another thing that's really neat about this style, and again, you can get it, there's Cobalt makes one. This is actually identical to the old Husky one that you used to be able to buy at Home Depot before they switched manufacturers to the gear wrench one, which is like, it's a little bit chunkier. It's just not quite as refined. It's a fine bit ratchet. It's identical to the gear wrench, but the newer Husky. But this is the old, VIM was the OEM for the old Husky bit ratchet that was so popular. Anyway, what's neat about this style is the 5/8, this end is 5/8, and so you can actually use, you know, you can use your hand impact 5/8 bits with it if you wanted to. You know, and there you go. That's pretty handy, particularly, you know, if you're doing a job where you know you're going to have to use the hand impact. You grab this, you grab your hand impact, and you're good to go. And then also, obviously, 5/8 is your battery terminal nut or fastener, and so that's pretty handy. It's basically a battery terminal wrench. This style, you know, is made by VIM Tools. This is rebranded Craftsman. It's made in the USA as well. The VIM is Taiwan. It's got the reversing switch. It's got a perfect angle, I think, and it's really smooth. These are both 72 teeth, by the way. Not entirely sure how many teeth the Chapman is. It's got enough. It's not an issue, but these are 72 teeth, high tooth count. It's really smooth, and this is made by VIM Tools. And VIM also makes the, if you can't find the Craftsman, because I'm not sure that, at least Sears Craftsman, you know, now it's Stanley, so who knows, renewed the, you know, the contract with VIM Tools for this. But you can still get it branded VIM Tools on their website. I'll include links to all the stuff I'm talking about, you know, in the video description. But you can still get this ratchet from VIM Tools directly on their website. But you're gonna pay for it. It's over $20, I think, just for one ratchet. It comes with the orange handle, or you can buy it from branded Bluepoint from Snap-on their website or on a Snap-on truck, or your Snap-on guy can order it for you. You know, for $19.99, which honestly is not a bad price. I think it's worth it. But if you can still find the Craftsman, you know, like so many things, it's on fire sale, and you know, you can get it for around $10. But you know, all that being said, for the time being, you can get a really fantastic little ratchet with a comfort grip handle, made in the USA, the same way for 80 years. Plus this case for $20, and you can organize all your bits. Now, another thing that's really great about the Chapman is the size. So, you know, your typical bit ratchet obviously is it's good to have in your toolbox, but you know, if you're on the go, this thing fits in your pocket, and it fits in this case, obviously, and that's a great feature. And then finally, you can actually put some serious torque on the Chapman without worrying about breaking it. I don't know how sturdy these are, and I don't plan to find out. I mean, they seem solid, and they probably hold up remarkably well for bit ratchets because they're both well made from reputable manufacturers. But the Chapman, I mean, basically, you know, encourages you to put some torque on it. In fact, it's one of their selling points. So, Chapman bits compared to regular bits. A couple of things that I particularly like about Chapman bits is, and I've been having camera issues, so I apologize. I'm not going to get a close-up or zoom into this. But anyway, the Chapman bits are very well machined, very precise. They're flat-bladed bits are chamfered on the edges, and so they will fit very precisely and grip very well. They're very well made. They're not expensive, and again, they're made in the USA. Now, some industries like the gun hobbyists, believe it or not, the dental industry with their precision equipment, medical industry, and also the government and the military contract with Chapman because partly because of, well, again, their ratchets are reliable, but also because of the way they design their bits. They're actually designed so, well, any bit is purportedly designed so it won't strip out a fastener, and some achieve that and some don't. Well, the Chapmans definitely achieve that, and if they can't get the fastener out, they will actually give before the fastener does. So, if you're a gun collector and you have a rare fastener, or just, it's original to the antique rifle or whatever, well, you're not going to destroy it using or you're very unlikely to destroy it using a Chapman bit. If it's truly seized, if the bit can't get it out, then the bit will give before the fastener. Now, that being said, that's a pretty extreme condition, and if you're an automotive technician or a mechanic, chances are you're dealing with something where you're not that concerned. You're just going to take a hand impact and loosen it up. And then once you put these things in there, they're going to be precise and they're going to last. And even if they don't, they're pretty cheap to replace directly from Chapman. So it's the portability, the strength, the torque you can put on it, and also the fact that you can, pretty much, you can get anything you need from Chapman, and everything goes together very easily. So you could be covered by Chapman without really looking anywhere else, and the made in USA, and the fact that the founder is in charge and inspects the ratchet, and it's still made in the same place, and it's a family enterprise and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. The quality is definitely there, and they're definitely worth looking into. So that is my review of the Chapman's brand new offering, again, part number 5580C, their 104-bit storage case. Comparison, between the Chapman and the two most popular, I think, bit ratchet styles out there, competing with the Chapman, both USA, this Taiwan, and Chapman bits versus regular bits. So I hope you got something out of this video, and again, definitely check out Chapman's website and their story, and there's kind of a cool YouTube video involving Chapman and Jay Leno, who I guess grew up down the street from Chapman and has been using them since he was a kid. So anyway, definitely check out their website, link in the description, and that's my review of the Chapman 104-bit storage case. I hope you liked it, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.